Going live. Oh man, we're live. Welcome back, strangers. Trying to figure this out. All these new stream settings ever since they got rid of Google Hangouts, man. It's
Struggles.
rough. Yeah, Blake's computer was updating. I don't know if anyone's actually watching this. We're just like 25 minutes late. So
It's fine.
got Rebecca on here because Blake's computer was struggling, but we're gonna make the most of it though.
You have a floppy dog.
Yeah. So we'll see how things go. Let me get the script pulled up. Hey,
Ghostwatch
what's up?
is here.
Yeah,
Someone's
Ghostwatch.
here.
Yeah, Kenneth was waiting forever too, so I'm really sorry this took so long. But
Hopefully they'll show up.
yeah. So, how are you guys doing tonight?
Well, I'm here.
Yeah, it's been frustrating. Man, why does Google get rid of good things? Like they just have something good going for them and they just get rid of it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, should I read the parts that say Blake?
I mean, you can.
Welcome back, strangers. Tonight we are going to be hanging out and discussing some of the strangest urban legends. It's going to be fun. Blake, introduce yourself. I'm not Blake. I'm Rebecca, Ethan's wife.
Yeah, so this is my lovely wife, Rebecca. We're going to be talking about all the stuff. But I'm Ethan. I write the scripts for The Strangest. I occasionally edit videos, sometimes narrate. So we were just both recently in the Annabelle video. And
I was there for that.
yeah, it was a fun time. So, but we do videos on YouTube. Amino, if you're new to the stream, we try to do it every Friday night around 8 p.m. Usually we're closer to it, but it's been a struggle. And we try to have new videos for you each week. I got one planned, hopefully coming out this weekend.
I forgot to do what Zoe said. I'm Blake, voice of The Strangest. I edit for The Strangest. I am the strangest.
Stranger
Blake
danger.
thanks. There you go. You didn't miss it.
Yeah. Also with the streams, how's the job search going and unemployment?
Oh, well, I got like 18 job offers and we've been making big money. Things are huge.
Yeah.
Doing great.
Yeah. Blake went like a couple months unemployed, struggling to get a job, then all of a sudden has like a shit ton of offers now doesn't know which to choose. So
I don't think he struggled to get a job. He was just hoping for that unemployment. And then that just kept getting delayed and delayed and delayed. And then he started applying for jobs and then got like every single one that he applied for, which is great.
yeah. So do you guys believe in witches? Do you believe in witches, Rebecca? The magics.
What is your definition of a witch?
Like something from Salem or,
Like a witch that can...
Sure, that practice magic or even, I guess, like Wiccan or...
Well, I mean, Wiccans are a thing.
I know, but like, do you think there's anything... Do you think they're on anything with like the properties and stuff of the earth and probably offending people right now?
Not at all.
Okay. Well, when you were in Salem, did you get freaked out by any of that stuff?
Not at all.
Okay.
Am I supposed to pretend like I was? I was so scared, witches everywhere. It was very traumatizing. Cats everywhere, demons, pointy hats. Speaking of pointy hats, the Pikachu of the day is the witch Pikachu.
Yeah, so if you guys Pokemon
Go, well, you only got 30 more minutes till it switches, but
check it out. What about the Blair Witch Project, guys? When you were younger or now, did you guys get freaked out by that movie?
I was really late to that train. By the time I watched it, I was like a solid 14, 15 years old. Like old enough to where scary movies didn't really bother me anymore. But I did watch it at like midnight, 1 a.m. I was at my friend's house. She was already asleep. And it just came on her TV. And I'm just watching it alone. Like, this is a little scary. I don't like this. This is a little creepy. It's okay. And then it ended. And I'm like, I need to go to sleep. Think of good things. Not these tree people. This is fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
But rewatching it, like, I really like found footage movies. So I like it. I like found footage stuff. It's fine.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite. As a kid, like I used to go to these kids' house to watch scary movies, like during the summer, like Connor.
You had to go to
house.
a dealer because your grandparents wouldn't let you watch scary movies.
No. That's because they had a babysitter, and so
she got scared.
No, like we'd always watch.
They had a babysitter.
Yeah. She was only like a couple years older than me. We'd always watch. All of us watch scary movies, and it was freaky as a kid. Like no parents around. You just binge watch like scary shit, and you're by yourself, and you hear shit. And it's a fun. Those are fun summers. So, Blair Witch Project was one of them, and I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I had never watched the second one. We probably should have watched that.
Yeah,
but I like found footage movies. Troll Hunter, Cloverfield.
Yeah, the new movie, the new Blair Witch, has famous actor James Allen McClune.
Yeah.
How do you ever say his name?
I Tamagotchi this time.
Yeah. But let me catch up on the chat some. What's up? 13 past midnight. Andres Ramirez, Swedish mom, and
Chris made it.
Yeah. Hold on. Super Dragon. Kenneth is back. Chris, yeah. And sorry, I struggle. It's different. The whole like stringing setup looks different to me too than it usually does.
I like that.
So
you can see the chat on the same thing because he used to have the live stream on half the screen and like the chat on another half while having what he's supposed to be talking about in front of that. So I like this better. I can't see myself because you got me blocked, but I like it that you don't have to be on two screens to see what people are saying. I like that part.
Yeah, we'll have to be able to see the script of what we're gonna read.
I don't need to see myself. It's fine.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do that.
All right. Well, you guys, the first story is about witches. And so the Bell Witch, which a lot of movies have been based on.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, this one I didn't get the whole story. I don't know, but let's see what all I got down because I did this really fast between the past 2 days. But John Bell was a farmer who lived like in a modest 2-story house in Adams, Tennessee, with his wife and children. One afternoon, while walking the perimeter of his land, checking it out with a rifle, he spotted a creature in the cornfield with a hellish chimeric beast with the body of a dog, the head of a rabbit, and the face of a man. He fired several times, but it evaded him and it escaped into the woods.
Man, bear, pig.
Yeah. That's really what people said in the comments when I was reading about this. All right. So from that point on, the Bells knew no peace. Their dinners would be halted by like the incessant battering on the walls of their home. And John and his eldest son would leave to go investigate but not find anything. The children complained of nightmares and sounds in the floorboards and at the foot of their beds. Then their covers would disappear in the night, and they would be found in the fields outside or stuffed in the cupboards or closets too high for them to reach. Okay.
Then
I was gonna say soon the whisperings began, but what I thought that said is spooky whispering begins here. And I'm like, did I use this before? Did I write this and put in someone else to read right here? Okay, so soon the whispering began. The voice of a woman calling out to the family by name, beckoning them to a cave just behind the woodline of the forest corner of the Bell estate. But none of them dared to go. Who would sing to the Bell children ghastly renditions of hymns and make mock threats to the life of John and especially single out his daughter Betsy Bell for the most
virulent.
Virulent verbal assault. And then you should hear my stuff before I edit the narrations before.
I like how you skipped where was it?
Yeah.
A tonal.
Yeah. So all right. So then all of a sudden physical torment began. Betsy would awaken with fingernail-like scratches on her body, and she'd have claw marks feel like claws on her at night. Over time, the whispers grew to like shouts and then screams. As the events continued, John Bell's physical health declined, the color drained from his face and hair, and he looked ill for months at a time, never fully recovering. He would complain of weight on his chest, labored breathing, and there was always this whispering voice of the witch that was with him. It lasted for 3 years. They didn't get help. Like you didn't have Ghostbusters back in the day.
Did you say what time period this was?
I think it was the 1800s, 16 or 1800s. I don't remember which one. I should have written that down. So in his final days, he was bedridden and gripped by this unquenchable fever, surrounded by his grieving family. He passed painfully from this world, and as no sooner than his dying breath had left him, the room erupted with a cold, sour, sourceless laughter of the Bell Witch, who after that day was never heard from again. So she just tormented the fuck out of this family.
I realized where I know the Bell Witch from. Did she have a grave?
What?
Doesn't she have a famous
I
grave?
think she does. Let's catch up on the chat because
I
I think
think
they
she
might have
has a
said
famous
some
grave
stuff.
also.
Okay, hold on. I just have to scroll up. So, okay, hold on. I've been to the Bell Witch Cave in Adams, Tennessee. It's got a creepy vibe, and the owner, Chris Kirby, has a photo album with weird pics she's taken of the site. That's what 13
Yeah, I
Past
want to go
Midnight
there.
said. Yeah, you should. That should be a video.
Yeah, let's go there.
Yeah, you guys go there. You should do a video on that.
No, you and me.
I mean, we can go there. Tennessee's not that far, so that was a long one. I always give Blake the first ones are always really long because I give it to Blake to read, and I suck
can
at
read.
You can.
You got to scroll for me.
Okay. Well, this next one I forgot to put. Hold on.
At opening.
Yeah, I usually put segues in it, but I guess I thought this one was.
Yeah, so let's talk about the Bell Witch because I think there's a grave that people would like graffiti over that would say the Bell Witch lives here or something. I don't have my phone to look that up, but I think that's a thing. Someone in the comments.
Yeah, 13 Past Midnight
research
said it's
that.
definitely worth checking out. So if you're
Yeah, I wanna
near
go there.
Tennessee, check it out.
I can't Google Maps how long it takes us to get there, but I have a 3-day weekend next weekend.
That's a long trip to go. I don't know if I'm fully ready to travel yet. I also need to catch up on footage that we haven't released videos on because I'm terrible.
Speaking of footage, I filmed a video.
Yeah, she did.
It's all about me, just what you wanted to see.
Yeah.
Although the one I filmed isn't the first one going up. You're welcome.
Okay. What's it on, Rebecca?
Secret.
Oh, you're not going to tease it?
Am I supposed to?
No.
I almost brought down some of the pieces I made. It's fine. Suspenseful. Am I supposed to read this?
No, because it's stories I thought I had left out, and it's not
I'll
that
read
good.
it.
Hold
I
on,
can
let me
read.
see. Hold on.
No, don't delete that. I'll read that also.
Okay, we'll try to read it. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on, just read this one.
No.
Baby, do it.
A woman named Mamie Thurman was murdered with her throat cut ear to ear in around the 1920s to 30s. Her body was dumped on a road that led to a coal mine. A rich businessman confirmed that she had been cheating on her husband with him, but her lover's black handyman was convicted of the crime. Oddly enough, her body is now lost after her grave was moved by her family. Now no one knows where her resting place is. People believe that her lover was the one who killed her, and she's said to haunt the road. Now this is where things get weird. People claim to have picked up a female hitchhiker who disappears after they've driven for a while, and there's some strange magnetic pull at the bottom of the hill. If you stop there and into neutral, your car will / appears to roll backwards uphill, and locals say that Mamie is trying to pull you up the hill to the place she was dumped. I've done the backwards uphill thing, but I haven't been outside of the car to observe if the car truly rolls uphill or if there's a small dip in the road for your car to roll into.
Yeah, I found that on a Gravity Hill post, and we have a Gravity Hill near us where if you put it in neutral, it'll take you all the way back. It's
optical illusion.
Yeah, but it's not that impressive when you see it in person. It's more impressive how far your car goes back, even if it was a hill.
It goes for a while.
Yeah, it pulls you really far back, and it looks like it looks more flat than like you going uphill. So
yeah.
But even if your car, you can have it like in a dead stop park, and then all of a sudden it'll just be pulled back, and it picks up speed. It almost gets up to like 8 to 10 miles an hour. So
reckless.
Yeah.
I can't read that other story.
No, it's fine. I forgot those stories were in here. I didn't have a chance to edit them. I thought I'd somehow like lost them because my computer has a habit of like shutting down. Like Blake's computer was updating, and I'll lose parts of my scripts. And I thought that had got like a chunk of it had gotten left out. So Ghostwatch said that he has a Gravity Hill near him. He's going to try it soon. You should definitely try a Gravity Hill. Like it's a lot of fun. Ours is like, I've done it more times than ever. We filmed a video on it, but I lost part of the footage for it of us doing it.
If only we could get that footage again.
I know. We just go out there. So, but Rebecca, What's your favorite soda to drink?
Coke Zero.
You love Coke?
Non-spawns. Yeah, Coke Zero is so great. It's a problem.
Have you heard any of like the gross soda warehouse stories?
Yeah, yes. Leptospirosis. Yes.
What's that? I haven't heard that. What the fuck is that? That sounds
what are you talking about?
That sounds a lot more official.
What were you talking about?
I was gonna tell, like, I always heard this story that you should, like, this is what some parents would tell kids in school. Well, yeah, okay. clean off the top of it.
Yeah, why?
Because the rats get on it.
And do what?
Like poop on it or
pee on it. And then what do you get from that?
I guess
leptospirosis.
Okay, well I didn't know the official.
It's a spirochete.
Is it real? Do you clean the top?
Yes, your lovely daughter here has to get vaccinated for leptospirosis.
Damn. So do you actually like clean the top of your thing?
Yeah, I wipe my finger around it, which a lot of good that does, you know. But I always wipe the top of my drink before I pop it. That's fine.
See, I didn't hear this until I was older. Yes.
Now my parents literally always told me that. Dad was like, "You gotta wipe the top off because rats pee on it, and you can get sick. You gotta wipe the top off to get the rat pee." I was like, "I want that on my finger. That's fine." And I've literally always done it my whole life.
I mean, I do it when I think about it. It's kind of like I don't shake my ketchup either. I have it like
this boy
and I splat the liquid in it, and then I'm like, "Oh, I should have done it." So it's kind of like I take the drink of the drink, and I'm like, "I should have."
This boy was 21 years old and did not know you're supposed to shake ketchup before you use it. You were like eating chicken nuggets or something. He would just take the ketchup and squirt it into the sink until all the runny stuff came off, and then put it on his cup. That is wasteful. We don't just have money to be squirting ketchup in the sink. You shake that up. Who doesn't know that?
Whatever. I was never taught that. So, but Bonnie's here. She's new. Thank you for coming. We do this every Friday. We try to, at least, where we stream and talk about stuff. Some of this will eventually be scripts and made into something, or it's just fun hanging out, kind of like a live podcast type thing. So usually Blake's here, but tonight we got Rebecca. So
yeah, it's fine. Great.
Yeah.
So what about this warehouse thing? Where are you going?
Okay, yeah. So all right. So two girls walk into a bar and sit. They order drinks, and one of them gets a can of Coke, and the other gets a water. It sounds like a bad joke, but the girl with the Coke can thinks her can is slightly heavier than usual, and she proceeds to open it anyway. She somehow decides to take a sip of it, and it tastes weird. It tastes strange. She asks her friend to taste it and see if it tastes off. They call the waiter over to taste the drink. I mean, who tells your waiter, "Hey, taste this"?
What waiter is like, "You drink out of this, I'll drink out of this"?
Mito's waiters. The waiter brings his own glass and pours the Coke in it, and out comes a dead, soggy mouse.
You know how you know this isn't real?
Because how would a mouse fit through the thing?
And how would it come back out? I'm calling BS on this. We need to Snopes.com. It's false. There's no way.
You know what is true on Snopes.com is I've heard this legend, except with Mountain Dew, and it's false because Mountain Dew is acidic enough to it would decompose. Yeah, it would decompose a body in it.
Coke probably would too. Coke is some rough stuff, but it wouldn't be able to get in there.
So
they wouldn't be able to get in there.
So I went to Catholic school when I was growing up.
This is why he doesn't know how to shake his ketchup.
No, I was gonna say this is a real thing. So there's like a lot of dentist kids there, and they would, for their science projects, multiple ones fucking did this over the years, where they would do teeth tests where they would put like teeth that were pulled and put them in like coat. Yeah, and different things. Did kids at your school do this, or is this just like
I went to public school.
I know this is
we don't just have money to have people's teeth.
I know. I was like, this is so extreme. Like, who just has some spare teeth lying around and can just put them in some?
Yeah, that's some rich kid stuff. I don't have that.
Like, hey John, can I keep your teeth? My kid's doing a science project, and I just have to see. Yeah, I know it's strange, but it'll be a thing. So. Yeah, they would do it, and Mountain Dew would always like destroy the teeth in them. So
strange.
Yeah.
The only thing we did with soda was a blind taste test where you pour Pepsi and pepper and Coke. That was one of my science fair projects.
How was that? How's that science?
I don't know.
Different.
Okay. Science. Okay. Someone who loves science, has a degree in science, loves science. Great. hated doing science fair stuff. Hated it. And I would literally always wait till the last minute and be like, oh yeah, Mom, I have to do a science fair presentation tomorrow. And my mom would be like, Rebecca, what the fuck are you going to do? I'm like, I don't know, Mom. What should I do? I don't know. I don't know anything.
What hypothesis can we prove in a night?
That you can taste different things using the taste sensors on your tongue. The top is salty and the back is sweet. I don't know. I had a picture of tongue, and my mom spent all this money on sodas, and we all drank it, and you can tell which one's which, even though you don't look at it. It's fine.
Magic.
Yeah, I did one.
Did you get a good grade on this?
I don't know.
This sounds like such a bullshit thing.
It was like 5th grade.
Imagine
no
if you
cares.
imagine
this was post 9/11. Like 9/11 happened that year. They didn't care about drinking soda or science fairs. They were thinking the world was gonna end.
Yeah, imagine if you spent a lot of time doing this and you think you have the best experiment ever, and then some kid pulls up with some teeth and dumped in some soda, and you're like, what the fuck?
Already knew that mine wasn't gonna be great. Even if I hadn't waited till the last minute. Blake could probably tell you this if he was on here. Because he also probably had to do these fairs. Because we were in the same school. And it was always some bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Don't nobody like that. And I remember my dad came up with a really good one to do in 6th grade. And they stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Are you cutting me down because I'm loud?
Yeah, you're popping in the... I don't know if it's popping for other people, but I can hear you.
I'm loud.
You're fine. Okay, so Bonnie said that they're drinking a Coke right now. I'm also drinking a Coke with crushed ice, the best ice. And Stacy's here. What's up, Stacy? Stacy always comments on all social media posts. So I really
Ethan appreciates that.
I do. So
Ethan didn't know how to shake his ketchup, Stacy. I'm gonna need you to get on him.
Yeah. So.
Or to wipe his soda cans.
Okay. So what's the creepiest road you've ever driven on?
Now I'm back on it. It's that Colonial Parkway.
I know, that was fucking creepy. I was telling that story the other day. So
when I drive down it again, I have a lot of times.
Would you go back there at night, just the two of us?
We have a lot of times. We'd have done some things. Could have got killed. It's fine. Is that going to be a video?
One day. Like I said, I have a lot of backlog footage.
I don't even know what that road's called besides like Colonial Parkway.
The Colonial Parkway. Because there's the Colonial Parkway killer.
Yeah, it goes to Yorktown.
Yeah.
And Ethan and I have been on it alone, watching meteor showers at nighttime. People got murdered there a lot. It's fine. Yeah,
it seemed like it literally looks like one of those lover lanes from movies, and you get this creepy vibe. Yeah, it's amazing, but it looks like a movie, and you're like, man, if this was a movie, you get murdered on this road, and we would joke about it.
Out.
Yeah, turns and find out there was like 6 to 8 different people killed. The guy killed couples. They think he was a cop. So when pull up behind him, make him get out of the car and then shoot him. So
that didn't happen to us though.
Luckily, we were like 20 years too late, but it happened in the 80s and I think early 90s was the last one. So yeah, I guess I would drive down it again because I have.
We have, yeah. Times. That's the nice way to get to Yorktown from Williamsburg.
Definitely a lot more alert when I go down it.
We go down into the daytime now though.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to be alert then.
All right. So
there's this one time we seen the water spout on it though.
We did. That's on Instagram.
It is.
It is.
That's on the Colonial Parkway, guys. People got murdered there. Not because of the water tornado.
All right. This next one is going to be a video for sure. It's a script. That's a rough one. So Lester Road in Corona, California is better known as the Never Ending Road by most locals. Years ago, the road was like super creepy and didn't have any lights on it, and many claimed it was never ending if you drove down it at night. There were countless stories of those who were unfortunate enough to attempt to drive down Lester Road who would never be seen or heard from again at night. The legend grew and locals would only use the road during the daytime, and it became the spot for local teenagers to hang out and drink at night on one end of the road. However, most weren't brave enough to drive down it at night. Looking down the road made it seem like it almost appeared like it went on forever. And it was super creepy, and it always looked like it was infinite. That was a rough sentence. But it turned out at the end of Lester Road, which I don't know how they wouldn't have thought about this in the day, there was a sharp turn at the end without any guardrails, because back in the day, safety wasn't a concern. Beyond the curve was this valley with a road that ran perpendicular to it and made it line up like it would go on forever. When you came up on this curve, you'd see the valley below, and you'd think the road actually kept going, so you'd go straight instead of turning, and cars would just go over the cliffs. When police investigated the disappearance on the road, they found dozens of cars where the unfortunate drivers had plunged over the curb into the valley. Most of the victims of these horrific crashes were found decomposing, still strapped to their seatbelts in their cars. Today, Leicester Road has grown up, and it's no longer like the creepy rural road it once was. There are street lights and guardrails on every curve. You don't have anything to fear except for the possibility of catching a glimpse of one of the unfortunate victims of the deadly Leicester curve. Don't stop for any hitchhikers on this road because you might accidentally pick up the spirit of one of the victims who are still trying to make it back home or searching for their lost car. Many have claimed to have encountered one of these ghosts and say that they appear confused, like they're searching for something, not knowing exactly what had just happened to them. Like they're out of a place. Oh, like they're out of place. Man, like they're out of place before they quickly vanish. I tell you, this is why I tell Blake, I have a script that's almost done, but I really have to polish it because if I don't, Blake just reads it word for word, and I'm like, that sentence, man, what was I trying to say there?
It also helps when you pronounce words correctly.
Yeah. So, would you guys take a trip down Leicester Road at night? Would you be brave enough to pick up a hitchhiker along the end of the old road?
I don't ever pick up hitchhikers anyway. People are crazy.
Have
you seen that Hollywood movie? He picked up a hitchhiker. What did that do for him? He's seen armpit hair.
Be a lot cooler if you did.
That wasn't even him.
Yeah. So, Stacy asked, where do we live? We live in Southern Virginia. So, not where Williamsburg is, but in the same state as
Williamsburg is very far away from us.
Yeah. Stacy and the Ghost Watch said they're never gonna pick up a hitchhiker or go down the road.
They'll stab you. It's fine. But I heard the best thing to say if you pick up a hitchhiker, if they ask you "Oh, it made you stop for me? Aren't you scared?" Be like, "What are the chances of 2 murderers being in the car?" And then you'll be fine. Dad jokes. Someone's got to do them.
Yeah.
Now that Blake's gone.
Stacey said, I bet it's pretty there. Yeah, Virginia is super pretty. I mean, it's hot, but yeah, it's a really pretty place. We
got mountains, we got oceans, got Busch Gardens. It's great.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. Kenneth is in Connecticut. Someone else.
Connecticut is beautiful for the most part.
I was gonna say, Virginia's a lot like Connecticut, except a lot poorer and rougher. It's like if the whole state was Bridgeport. Yeah.
We are not Bridgeport. We're not rough. Bridgeport.
Yeah.
No, we are not. That's rude.
If you're close to Abington, visit the haunted Martha Washington Inn. I didn't know about that.
That is way north.
I know, but we could hit it up. I'm gonna copy and paste.
That's where people got money at. That's not where we live.
Yeah, we live in the poorest part of Virginia. Actually, the second poorest part, the mountains are. Holy shit, that's a nice place.
Yeah, we can't afford that.
Yeah, that's the thing with haunted hotels. They're always expensive.
What are them things called?
Stars?
No.
Money dollar signs?
Yeah, what are them? No.
What are you talking about?
The things that people give.
I don't know, baby. The reviews.
No. Click on that thing. No.
What thing?
The fucking live stream. Ethan, click back on the live stream.
Okay.
That money sign up there. What is that called?
Dollar sign?
Yeah, but what is that called when you get one of those?
A super chat.
Yeah. You see how many super chats we don't get? We can't afford that.
I was just thinking that in the what do you call it? All right, so we technically use our money for the Bellamy Mansion, the what do you call it? The Battleship and Annabelle. But we literally, it's still sitting in the account. So we literally just use our own money and then it's just still accumulating.
That's what we always do.
I know. It's like we're gonna cash this out.
Blake needs to figure out how to get the money off of this YouTube thing.
No, we have to pay taxes.
Oh.
That's one reason why it just sits there.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that called? Martha Washington
Yeah, one day.
Hotel Inn. I can't fucking see that far, and you highlighted it. Martha Washington Inn.
Yeah. One day.
That's probably halfway close to like Williamsburg. Although I think Abington's like up left. I don't know.
Don't make me search for it. I got more stories, but I've been through
Yeah,
Abington
Ethan
a long
opened a
time ago.
tab for it, so we'll look at that.
Yeah, usually if it's a comment I like, I always try to save it because I have a file on my computer of like live stream ideas that people post because I have to do it when it
I
happens.
have a bunch of
'cause,
screenshots too.
yeah, it's hard to like go through and find it if I don't try to save it right then. So,
What's next?
what's the creepiest state you've been to?
What kind of question is that?
It's supposed to be segue questions, Rebecca.
What would the answer be? You were probably with me. What's the creepiest state we've been to?
Well, the creepiest place I've been to recently was literally Bridgeport, Connecticut, because you guys dropped me off in the sketchiest area in the world.
Okay. Who said that they wanted to be dropped off?
Yeah,
Ethan.
it looked fine until I just realized I was alone and
there's broken glass everywhere. We seen a funeral. I don't even know if you saw that. What was the other city you picked?
what do you mean? Other?
You told me to pick between Bridgeport and somewhere else.
I don't remember. That was a long
I don't
time
remember
ago.
either. Ethan sent me this text and he's like, we're going to Connecticut. Which city do you want to stay in? You want to stay in Bridgeport or do you want to stay in this city? I'm like, Bridgeport. That sounds just like it's close to the water. That's probably nice. We'll stay there.
Yeah.
It was a little scary.
It was very scary. At night, though, it was beautiful. It looked really nice.
And then it was daylight, and we're like, where are we?
Yeah, Selena said Louisiana. Louisiana, when we got there, it was nighttime, and it was terrifying.
It was also scary.
So,
I'd rather be back there than at Bridgeport, though.
Yeah.
They got some good food.
You could have said Bridgeport. It's scary.
There's a whole Family Guy joke about that.
There is. So, all right. What do you think of Maryland, though?
I don't know if I've like really been there.
We passed through it like 4
But
times
what is
recently.
passing? Passing's not
Yeah, we
doing
I've been to
stuff.
Baltimore
I've
and stuff.
passed through a whole lot of places.
Yeah. So I
don't
really
know anything
think
about
Maryland
Maryland.
might be the location of the real Dairy Maine from it. And this will be like a video
Did
for
we
when
talk about
closer
this
it
driving
comes.
through it?
No, this is a thing I just found. Like someone, all right. So this actually comes from on our Urban Myths on Reddit. Someone posted about his hometown. His name's the Nick Monster 1000. Like I rewrote this as a script, but he's the one who talked about this legend that's there. And it's creepy as hell. And I forgot to look up how to actually say the name of this city.
Where is it at? Ellicott?
Ellicott.
That's
All
just
right.
a guess. It looks
right.
like that's how you say that.
So the city of Ellicott in Maryland is just outside of Baltimore. It's the county seat for Howard County and has a population of over 65,000 people. The historic district of Ellicott has the oldest surviving train station in the country, and the whole area has lots of history. It's often referred to as the Old Ellicott or the Historic Ellicott City. Of course, like any historic city in the United States or anywhere in the world, Ellicott has its fair share of ghost stories and local legends. One legend is of a family that abducted children in the woods in the surrounding streets of the surrounding main streets in Ellicott City in the early 1800s, when dozens of children began disappearing around the Ellicott mills, because the whole town used to be a mill town. They seem to have vanished without a trace, but many of their parents became suspicious of Edwin Gravely. He was the youngest son of the unpopular, not popular.
Big
they
difference.
Didn't like him. I know. Yeah.
Unpopular.
Unpopular family. They were the least popular family in the city. The Gravely family. They had many of the children were last seen speaking to Edwin before they disappeared and weren't seen again. The Gravely family were outcasts. They were considered to be strange, and the neighbors often complained of loud noises coming from the family's home at night. The townspeople grew angrier as more children continued to disappear, yet local police would not search or even question the Gravely family. Finally, an angry mob formed out of the lack of justice, and they stormed the Gravely mill in search of any clues to what happened to the town's missing children. But the family had vanished. The building was empty, and there was no trace that the family had even lived there or worked. Some believed that the despicable family had fled in fear, but many believed they had only disappeared into the thick woods surrounding the town and to live in isolation away from the townspeople who hated them. The town finally eventually forgot about the missing families, and everything returned to normal because time heals all wounds. Most hadn't thought of the lost children for years until in 1869 when 7 children disappeared in 1 week.
That's a lot.
I know, it's a lot. Older residents feared because they remembered that the Graveleys had returned to claim more of the town's children, but no one else disappeared. It was strange, but the disappearances were isolated, and locals eventually blamed a troubled soldier from the American Civil War for the missing children, and no one was ever tried or convicted of the crimes. The fear of the Gravely family slowly disappeared again with time, and until groups of children began disappearing a few decades later. In 1910, and again in October of 1969, there were an unusually high number of unsolved disappearance cases in the area, but both times local authorities believed the children were cases of mostly the result of runaways and people going to join the circus. Each decade, the legend of the Gravely family grows stronger as people remember and look back at the strange series of disappearances that plagued the city. Locals are starting to believe that the family may still be hiding in the woods around Ellicott City, still preying on the town's children every few decades. Parents often warn their kids to be extra careful, especially in October, because you don't want to be taken by the Graveleys to their hidden mill in the woods. It sounds like a creepy, fun legend to tell your kids in the area, but archaeologists working along the Tiber in Ellicott City, the river, recently discovered historical documents that may link back to the mythical Gravely family. The documents mention a disagreement of ownership of land between two men, Mr. Ellicott, the man who the city was named after, and Mr. Gravely. Many think that Mr. Gravely was the head of the Gravely clan. Every day, children are reported missing across America. But last July of 2018, 9 children reported missing in and around Maryland, in Maryland, especially around the Baltimore metropolitan area, which includes Ellicott City. Is the Gravely family still terrorizing the area surrounding the old mill, or is Ellicott City more like Derry, Maine, from it, and something is feeding on the unfortunate children in the area every few decades? Strangers, would you visit the city or live in the beautiful Ellicott City in Maryland? That was a long one. All these long.
Yeah, Ethan struggled a little bit.
I know.
It was fine.
Stay out of Baltimore at night. That's better words, not like, I don't know. Our city probably per capita has worse crime than Baltimore.
It's a rough place to live.
It is. Here. It is really rough. Like this summer, like someone's been murdered every other week, and we're a town of like 40.
Been a lot.
1,000, something like that. 30.
Not very big.
Yeah.
And everyone's just shooting everybody. But yeah. I would go there. They're not gonna kill me. I'm not a child.
Rebecca's like less than 5 feet tall. I'm not a child. I'll be
not
fine.
Less than 5 feet tall. I am 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
I don't look like a child.
Well, if I was trying to murder someone and couldn't find the child, you'd be next. Let's get this little one. Let's get her.
Leave me and my little dog alone. Smaller than 5 feet. Rude.
Yeah. That's a creepy story, though. I'd never heard that anyway.
It is. I'd never heard that either.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name?
Big Nick 9. I don't know.
Good job. Go back up. You had it down.
So I just took what he did and expanded it.
Yeah.
So
good job, Nick Monster 1000.
Like I researched it to make sure it was kind of true. Found the historical stuff. Found the disappearances. So it's a pretty solid urban legend. Like it's got enough historical fact and it's creepy enough.
Believable.
Yeah, to make it scary. So if I'd gone to Baltimore, I would bring a machete. It's really, I don't know.
I don't think you can just have those.
Just whip it out.
I don't like you can open carry some things, but I don't think a machete is one of them. I don't know though. I'm not the cops.
Yeah. So, how do you guys stay busy?
I work a lot.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
Lay down,
take
take
naps,
naps,
eat some
play
food.
with my dog,
Yeah,
do
sassy.
Legos or puzzles. Mostly just take naps, though.
Make YouTube videos.
No, I don't do that. I just did it once and soon to be 2 to 3 times, but I'm not that good at it. It's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the worst metaphorical bullet you've dodged? Were there any actual that got you or come back to bite you? When have you dodged a bullet, Rebecca?
Well, not with my ex.
Yeah, I was going to say that I dodged the last girl I was with and found Rebecca. So
How'd that work for you?
pretty good so far. 7 years strong. So no,
Good
but
answer.
something that came back to bite me. I don't know.
I don't either. I'm great. I don't like. Was this supposed to do something? Yes, I see the words down there.
It leads into the.
Yeah.
Each one of these
I
are
see that.
supposed to lead into.
What did busy lead into? Nothing.
No, I try to come up with a certain number of talking points before each thing, so it's supposed to just be jumping off points in case me and Blake are struggling to have a natural conversation. So,
Yeah, like you do with me, because I don't know how to talk to people.
Yeah.
But I don't really know of anything I've dodged besides exes.
Pregnancies.
I didn't dodge that. You take medicine for that.
Yeah. STDs.
Condoms for that.
Yeah.
I have literal dog hairs in my eye, though. I think I'm going to die.
I think you dodged that one job. Rebecca almost worked at this.
Oh, that is such a true story.
Yeah,
oh, my goodness.
She almost worked at this like horror boarding school that was like out of like, something really scary, like a scary movie.
Yeah, I worked at a daycare at the time, and Ethan relentlessly made fun of me for working at this daycare, even though I wish I was still there because it was a much better, more relaxing job. It's whatever. Ethan would make fun of me all the time for working there, and I had just graduated from college, so I was still trying to like get a real job and do things, and I got a call, which is kind of suspicious because I don't know where they got my resume from, but they called me and said that they liked my resume and they wanted me to come in for an interview. And I'm just like, who, what, huh, where, huh? And they said it was for a boarding school that I had never heard of that was pretty close to where my parents lived and where I grew up, and I had never heard of it.
It was out in the middle of like nowhere.
It was literally like forever away. I don't even think I could get to it now without Google Maps.
Yeah, like if you imagine like that Leicester Road, like a curvy road with like cliffs on the side of it.
It had a bunch of trees everywhere. I think the road that like led up to the school was like a dirt road.
Yeah.
Like,
Rebecca made me go with her.
I did because I thought they were murderers. I don't know how they got my resume. They said the job was to like open a snack shop or something. Like they'd have a snack shop where the kids could come and like buy stuff from. They were like, you'll do that and you can help plan some activities for them to do. See, you work at a daycare. I'm sure you have good tips on lesson planning and keeping the students involved and stuff. And I'm like, how old are these kids? And they tell me it's high school. And I'm like, I don't know if you've ever seen me, but I look like I'm in high school. Like, they're not going to listen to me. If they're in boarding school, they're probably bad kids. Like, I was already like, this ain't for me, fam. But I went. I literally made Ethan go with me because I didn't want to get murdered. We pull up. And like I said, it's like full of trees, like full forest. And the road to get to the school is a dirt road. And we pull up. And I have no idea where to go because it was a whole lot of buildings. It was like 5 or 6. Like it looked like it was probably an old plantation or something because it had a bunch of old buildings and then like one newish big building. And so I finally figure out where to go and go in. And they interview me and make me like drive around on a golf cart and take me to all these places and show me to these kids who are way bigger than me. They're all in there for like beating their parents and stuff. I don't know. It was kind of sketch. But you could tell these people were like real strict. No swearing, no drugs, no talking back. You got to be cross your T's and dot your I's and all this stuff. And I spent like 2 hours there. It was a long ass interview.
Yeah, I'm like go to sleep in her car, just waiting for it to be done.
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all know me, but like I can't talk without swearing. So this whole time I'm like, Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Be nice. And then like it's fine. We shake hands, and the lady like walks me out to my car, and she's like, "Oh, I really like your car," and asks me about it. And like I get in it, and she goes to look at my license plate, and my license plate says science. And Ethan got me this great license plate cover thing that says "Yeah, bitch" on it. So it says "Yeah, bitch, science." Breaking Bad, even though it's Mandela effect that he didn't say that. But my thing says "Yeah, bitch, science" on it. And she looks at that, like I see her eyes go down and see that it says "bitch" on it, and then look up at me with like disgust in her eyes. It was very traumatical. But it was fine because I wasn't gonna take that job even if they offered it to me. I don't remember what they said the pay was, but I know it wasn't a lot. It wasn't enough to be around all these miserable kids.
Yeah, when we had an apartment downtown, we actually had someone moved into the apartment next to us, and they worked at that school, and they didn't even make it a whole year at the
How do you know
apartment.
this?
The kid that was like skinny, brown hair, because I talked to him, and then he moved out. He knew this happened. This doesn't remember anything, and he left. He left before his lease was up because he moved in after us, and he moved out way before us.
I don't know, but that school did close. I found a Facebook group of like traumas that happened to me at this school, and I clicked on it because I was just like trying to find info on it because I thought it was really weird. Like when we pulled up, it like made my hair stand up. Like it was a creepy place. And then I found this Facebook group of all these kids talking about how much they hated it and they were abused, and now they use hard drugs and they're so glad to be away from it.
Oh, and the school got shut down.
They were treated so bad, and then the school got shut down. And I don't know if it was because of like how shitty they treated those kids or not, but they got shut down, and now it's like a assisted living facility or something, some type of old people thing. I'm glad I didn't work there. It was definitely creepy, and it was a long ass drive to get there. Leave my dog alone. But it was like almost an hour drive to get there for like $10 an hour.
Yeah, it was
with
rough.
People who are bigger than you and hate being there. Like, nah,
that
was definitely a bullet dodged.
Yeah, I think it actually used to be. Didn't someone say that was an orphanage at one point back when
Probably.
my family
It
was
has
talking
so many
about
buildings.
It? Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I don't know if they have a Wikipedia page. We need to look that up because I remember what it was called.
We should drive out there one day just so that we could film it.
It's like fixed up and nice and fancy
looking.
looking.
The drone, dude.
Just call me dude.
Yeah. Rebecca hates if I call her man or dude. If I talk to her,
he
like
does
one of
it
my
all the time. Yeah, man. Come on, man. Yeah, dude. Who are you talking to?
So
I said they love my accent. I don't have an accent. Do I have an accent?
You have an accent.
I don't have an accent.
Rebecca, when you start talking fast, it comes out.
It's rude. I don't have an accent though. It's mine.
Blue Flame asks, do you know the ages of Native American monsters in history? I know some Native American like folklore, but not all of it. There's like on our Facebook page and sometimes like Amino, like I'll post little blogs and stuff about like different cryptids and folklore monsters that we haven't covered. So some of them I haven't made videos. Like I literally have one script for like I don't think it's Native American, but it's like a cryptid, kind of like Bigfoot, but it's got a couple words like names in it that I can't pronounce.
You should be able to look that up.
Yeah, I just haven't taken the time to do it. And it's not that long. It's 1,000 words, so it's a 5-minute video. So
that's
I don't
fine.
know. So
if you get Rebecca to read it, it'll be real slow. That'll be 10 minutes.
Yeah, I found that script the other day when I was looking for things to make into Amino stuff. And so it'll probably come up on Amino first as like a short version of it, and I'll make a long version later. So Mia also said she was born in North Carolina, so it's north of here. It's
North Carolina got that good barbecue.
It is. North Carolina barbecue is really good. So where you can literally drive to North Carolina instantly.
And get barbecue is great.
Yeah. So this guy, Henry Ziegland, thought he dodged a bullet or dodged fate. In 1983.
It says 18.
Yeah, 1883. There was one time I really messed up a date on the Green River Beast thing. Like I messed it up by 50 years, and someone called me out in the comments. I'm like, damn,
Ethan
that was
can't
rough.
read.
I
It's
know.
fine.
I know.
1883.
I like had to Google it and be like, that really messed that date up. So
Am I supposed to be reading?
I mean, you can read it if you want to.
I'll read it. Henry Ziegland thought he had dodged fate. In 1883, he broke off a relationship with his girlfriend, who, out of distress, committed suicide. The girl's brother was so enraged that he hunted down Henry and shot him. The brother, believing he had killed Henry, then turned his gun on himself and took his own life. But Henry had not been killed. The bullet, in fact, had only grazed his face and then lodged in a tree. Henry surely thought himself a lucky man. Some years later, however, Henry decided to cut down the large tree, which still had the bullet in it. The task seemed so formidable that he decided to blow it up with a few sticks of dynamite. That's very dramatic. The explosion propelled the bullet into Henry's head, killing him. This story is most likely a hoax started by some teenagers in 1905, but it was eventually published in 1913 and went viral in papers all across the country. The story still fools people today on the internet. Do you think there is any truth to the story, or was it just a result of some trolls from over 100 years ago? Sounds pretty dramatic. Who's going to blow up a tree with dynamite? Who does that?
But hold on, let me see. This one I wrote today, and it's an amino video.
Oh, did you make it already?
No, I didn't make it, but Mia was talking about like amino stories, and I've been trying to churn some out. I've been posting on amino. Today's probably the first day I'm going to break a streak of almost doing it daily. So for a week. So, but yeah, Greensboro. There's actually a really good barbecue place in Greensboro.
Yes, called like Old Country Barbecue or something. It's great.
Yeah, it's so
She
good.
said she was from Catawba County. There's one of those in Roanoke.
There is.
And where I work, we service a lot of nursing homes. And one of the homes has like county names, and that's one of them. And it was in North Carolina. So I'm calling it, and they're critical there. And it's like, call to Catawba unit. And I'm calling it. I'm like, why is this Roanoke County in North Carolina? What is happening? This doesn't make any sense. But today I learned that's also in North Carolina.
Yeah. Just like we
have a lot of homes in Hickory, North Carolina.
Just like there's a Rockingham, Virginia, and a Rockingham, North Carolina.
Never heard of it. Not a thing.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just like literally every city in Massachusetts, there's a Virginia. There's a Virginia equivalent to it.
Yes.
So
it's fine.
It's like back in the 1700s, they just stole names from each other.
It's fine.
Will said, that sounds extreme. What's up, Will?
That's Will.
Yeah, we need to go to South Carolina soon. Rebecca.
I tried to get Ethan to take me there so Sam could cut my hair, and he said no.
I've been really busy. I really want to come. Like, things have been crazy.
Yeah, but we'll come eventually, and I want Sam to cut my hair.
Yeah. She's been killing it, like all the pictures on Facebook and Instagram. It's really cool. So if you guys are in South Carolina and need a haircut and want to look awesome.
What's the name of the salon? You don't know. You're a shitty
I wish
person.
I did. I was like, I liked
Her Facebook page is Sam Styles.
Okay.
I don't know what the name of the salon is, though.
He said she'll def do it.
Good.
It's pretty cool.
Because my hair is garbage.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Who said that? I said that. You're welcome.
My sister and her husband have a house right next to Rockingham Motor Speedway.
That's some Ethan dreams right there.
We passed near it when we were going to Charleston in November or December, whenever that was. So
Ethan loves NASCAR. It's a
problem. It's a really bad guilty pleasure. So hold on. So do you guys believe everything you read on the internet?
Yeah, you can't put anything there if it's not real. Just like you have to tell me if you're a cop. Everything's fine.
Are you a cop?
Are you
playing
the
long con?
If I was a cop, I'd have to tell you I was a cop. So if you can just tell me that meth, that'd be great.
I'm good. I can't trust you. So
Badger is so great. It's like one of my favorite characters.
Yeah. Mia said my dad and them still live in North Carolina. North Carolina is awesome. Minus, like, I hear their taxes are a lot higher.
They got a lot of Waffle Houses.
They do.
In North Carolina.
I have a lot of good places to eat. But South Carolina is also cool because they're like the Wild West. You can do anything in South Carolina. Can't you still smoke inside in South Carolina in
Is that
some
a thing?
restaurants? I think it is a thing.
What year is this?
That's what I'm saying. Like you can buy fireworks.
You could blow yourself up and you could smoke inside. They got Waffle Houses there, probably.
What is this, 1990? So
yeah, but everything on the internet's real. All of it.
So do you ever stop looking at the things you're reading online, like on Facebook or Reddit or anything, and you're just like, this is bullshit, but you keep reading it anyway? So
yeah, like everyone's stupid Facebook posts about how great their life is. Next, you lying.
Yeah. See, Will said, yeah, some places you can still smoke there. I remember because last time we were in
that Pocahontas place, people smoking in there.
What was the Pocahontas place?
It's called fucking Pocahontas, and they had breakfast.
I don't remember.
We ate there at like 2 a.m.
That was a long time ago.
See, Ethan talks about me not remembering anything.
Nothing good happens after 2 a.m., Rebecca.
Breakfast happens.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. So Kenneth used to vacation at the Outer Banks.
I've been there once, but the Outer Banks was nice.
Outer Banks is like further for us. It's like almost a 6-hour drive compared to...
it's really far to get there.
Yeah, like literally going to like Myrtle Beach area is quicker and like more stuff to do than...
Yeah, I love seafood, though. I'll go anywhere.
Yeah, I've wanted to go to Outer Banks and film because Lore...
Pirates.
Yeah, pirates. But the Lore podcast did a episode on the Outer Banks and all the pirate legends and lighthouses.
They got
stuff.
like ghost horses. It's fine.
Yeah.
They got real horses. Ghost horses. Make you wreck your ships. It's fine. We can go there. They got crabs, probably.
Yeah. So, with all the fake news online, the human condition is slowly being reprogrammed around smartphones or by them. Soon we will all believe anything. Misinformation is the greatest threat to the internet because if we spread enough bullshit online, our cell phones like cease to have like the answers to everything like they do now, and they just become useless. So we don't know what's true, and you can't really discern for yourself what is true. So,
I mean, you should be able to figure out some things.
Yeah, some things obviously, but you have to think like if you think about the most average person you know, you have to think that 50% of the world is dumber than that person. So it's scary.
Yeah. I was going to say something. Oh, what is the thing that I don't remember what's called? Shane did a video on it where you have the fake you. What's that called? Deep fake?
Yeah, deep fake.
Yeah, like deep fakes are a problem because you could just make anybody say anything and people just believe that. That's gonna cause some shit. That right there, calling it now. That's probably about as far as this information thing would go, as if you had a deep fake say something.
Yeah. You know what's creepy is right now we're being recorded and posted on the internet to where people could use these recordings to make deep fakes of us.
That's okay, because y'all know I'm country. It's fine.
Like the deep fakes of Joe Rogan are crazy.
Pull that shit up, Jamie.
Yeah. So, but that's the end of the script. It almost lasted an hour.
We can keep talking. We got a minute and a half.
A minute and a half to what?
An hour.
Oh, I wondered, like, what the fuck are you...
You said we almost made it to an hour. You talked
I was guesstimating.
Half.
I forgot on the new thing it actually has a timer over there telling us how long we've been doing this.
Ethan doesn't know how to look at things.
I don't. I'm not very observant at all. So, no, I really appreciate you guys hanging out. It was a struggle starting this. I, in fact, like magically made this shit pop up and don't know how I did it.
He was literally clicking on stuff. We ain't doing it. I can't figure it out. And I was just watching him like click on stuff for 10 minutes. And after he was like, we're not doing it. I can't get it to load. And like right after he said that, it popped up. And he's like, I don't even know what happened, but I guess we're doing it now.
Yeah, I know. I was like, because I literally saw how to stream like a single camera by yourself. Because I've done it like this before when it was just me and Rebecca before they took away Hangouts. And I'm like, I saw earlier when I set up the live stream that you could still do that. And then today, like this evening when Blake's computer was messing up, I'll just do it myself. But then I couldn't get the settings pulled back up that way again. So just clicked around. But Kenneth, Chris said good night. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for hanging
Night,
out with us
Chris.
and waiting on us. Sorry it was a late start.
Yeah, Ethan didn't tell me I needed to be on stream until like 5 minutes before I was supposed to start. So that's partly why we're late. And then the other part was Ethan couldn't make it start.
No, it was mostly me because even if she would have been finished, I was still like trying to get it there right to work.
But he's just like, Blake's not even coming. His computer's messed up. I'm like, glasses on, no makeup, sitting in pajamas. I'm like, why didn't you tell me this earlier that I needed to be on this, Ethan? I'm gonna need 10 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was working on amino stuff. Mia said, "How do you like the new thing?" I hate it all.
It's
like I literally
fine.
like amino more than YouTube right now. That's why I've been posting more there.
This new streaming thing is fine. I really like that you can see what people say on the same screen.
It's nice, but you can't. It's for us. I can't have someone like if I wanted to have, like, say, like Will on a stream. Like I couldn't just have. You couldn't do a hangout. Like before, I could send him a link and he could literally pop up and be connected. But now, like, we would have to use something like Discord and stream it through 2 different platforms, and it's overly complicated. It's dumb. Like this system for one person's nice, but like Hangouts worked really good. Like people used it for businesses and everything.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It's fine for just us. It's fine. You can read the words as they're coming up. It's fine.
Yeah. So
it's fine.
I don't know. Try different formats, try different things. This is also another reason. Like I've been wanting to get another round of like guests on from other channels, but not knowing the Hangout situation, like I haven't been making plans because I don't want to struggle. Because Hangouts, if the creator had never used Hangouts before, most of them have, because most of them stream and do different things.
To figure out.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long. We didn't really have any problems. Like maybe we'd have like a 5-minute delay if it was a really bad struggle. But now, like with the new system, I could easily see it taking like 20 minutes to get something fucking right.
So, yeah, I remember the last one, Blake had to like click to a different screen. Because on Hangouts, if you talked, it would show your camera. And like if Blake was here and he would talk, his camera would come up. And the last one, he had to like individually click on things to get it to show people. And I don't know if that was because y'all were not doing it right, but that seems ignorant to not have it automatically switch to the person's screen.
That was Discord. He did learn how to split it into 2, but I think that looks bad because I have podcasts that do that.
Yeah, it's really small.
Yeah, I don't like even watching that. So when I listen to it, I literally just listen to it instead of having it when it goes where they go back and forth.
Yeah, I like that.
It. Yeah, it keeps my attention. So
they'll figure it out. It'll be fine. Yeah. Or they can sit together and stream.
That's true. Like one of the offices at my work, I've been wanting to turn into a podcast room. The one in the basement that I would like to, or like to soundproof it and stuff. I'd like to make it like a literal studio because I have an idea, like my next idea for something. Like I want it, like it'd be a business thing, like a business podcast. So I'd like to have guests and stuff on. So I'd like a nice actual studio. And I don't want to just take them to like my house. So until then, we'll see. But like I don't know. There's a lot of ideas I have.
What would you like to do? What would you like?
I'd like knock off the whole like H3 thing where you have like the purple wall, purple curtain, something.
Don't know anything about that. I do not like them.
Yeah.
At me, they're boring.
I like to soundproof it and make it really cool. So I don't think it would be that hard because it's a smaller room and you can make it like to get like the mics already pre-set up so you don't have to spend forever like getting everything ready. So just keep it down there. And so I don't want to tell the whole story. It's a decent idea. It's this idea I've been working on for a few months. Again. What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
To make you hot? Is that what you said?
No, I said it sounds like a lot of stuff you're gonna make me buy again.
No.
It's extra mic. No. Purple stuff.
Hold on. Right now we're not using OBS, but someone Blake uses OBS. That's what we would have used if we would have kept it on. So Will said, what's the next video you guys are working on? The next video I'm doing that's going to come out this weekend is on Bat Boy from the Weekly World News tablet that used to be in supermarkets. So yeah, get desk, couch, mugs, definitely. So that'd be cool. Get a cool setup. So The problem is like our office our internet at our office,
Garbage.
since it's split and networked back in the day, it can be slower. So I don't know about actually trying to live stream on it with like 2 people. I mean, I used to live stream on there all the time, but I don't know. Yeah, we need a official like backdrop. Have it set.
Yeah, this backdrop here, you can't even tell what that picture is.
I know it's actually pretty cool. I'll tilt it up. I don't think I've ever showed that on the stream. Where
it says you and only me.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Rebecca got that.
I like everything in this house.
Yeah. So. But, oh yeah, we could do a little room tour.
No, don't do that.
It's like messy.
So, what are you doing? The alien's not even on.
Yeah, the alien's on. Oh, that's bright. I forgot there's a light there. Never mind. You can't see anything. Tour over. So.
Well, you can see the alien in the sleep paralysis video. I think the alien's on the sleep paralysis video.
It is. So there's in our sleep paralysis video, you see a green, glowing alien. And it's actually like
it's in our basement. It's great. Yeah, he makes sounds. I cut him off though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in here. Yeah. He didn't have a name yet though. It's kind of rude. Had him for like a year, didn't name him.
Yeah.
I'm a bad parent.
We've actually had him almost 2 years.
I thought I got him last year.
No, you got him the year before.
How old am I?
I know. Time flies.
Oh, I'm old.
Yeah.
It is 2 years. Well, I'm even more rude because he doesn't have a name and he's 2 years old.
Yeah.
And he's still half falling apart because I can't fix him.
It's a struggle here.
Yeah, Blake fixed him once, but in order to like get to the thing that like makes him cut on, you have to move the thing that he fixed, and now it's just broke again. Yeah. Struggles. There's also an arcade machine and a pool table.
Yeah. Mia said you're both not old. Like, do you see this gray hair patch right here? That's pretty old. Like that's straight gray hair right
Sheffield
there.
Hair.
Yeah. So, and it just looks better on camera because that's on camera. It just looks like this spot, but everywhere else it's pretty rough. It doesn't really
look like that in real life, though. It doesn't look like you just have like one gray ass spot right there in real life.
That's because everywhere else is pretty gray.
Yeah, it's real peppered.
Yeah. So it's coming to an end slowly.
That's why the Amber tells me I'm so much older than her.
Oh yeah, and she's
all
like
the time,
a few months older.
Yeah. No, I'm 1 month.
Yeah.
Almost exactly. And she acts like I'm 8 years older than her.
Yeah.
Rude.
Yeah. We're still on. We need to come to South Carolina sometimes. I need to text you like one weekend. You guys are free and we're free. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, reiterating, like, we definitely need to do it. Because if not, I'll just push it off.
We'll come. Y'all got seafood there.
Yeah, being stressed about stuff and work and life. So I need a quick escape for a day. So yeah, do it. I'll text you about it. So, but other than that, try to wrap it up. Do you have any closing thoughts? Oh, did you see that thing?
Rude.
About that girl who beat her dog on camera, like that YouTuber.
Huh?
Yeah, there's this. I saw it on Keemstar. He just posted I saw a tweet about it where she accidentally uploaded a video, like made it public of her beating her dog. She was filming a video with her dog in it, but in between the takes, she didn't edit it and she like hit the dog and stuff. So
like a lot?
Yeah. So I'll show it to you after this.
I don't want to see it.
Okay, it is pretty crazy.
I want to see someone beating their dog.
Yeah. But I'll definitely text you, man. Love you guys. I really want to see you guys get to see it. I was gonna say see your little one, but she might be giant by now.
She's not giant.
Kids are scary now because I remember as a kid you'd be like, people would say, "Oh, you've grown so much since I last saw you," but that just means your own mortality, man. When you see a kid grow up, that really reflects time.
Just eating things.
Yeah, it's terrifying. So
it's fine.
Yeah, see, Mia said yes a lot. That's the first thing I saw this morning. I was just like, what the fuck?
What a lot? Oh, that she hits it a lot?
Yeah. So
I don't like that. Is it a big dog?
It is a big dog. So
we're not. He's talking to you.
Yeah,
I ain't dye my hair.
I'll be fine. I like it adds character.
Yeah, I like his little peppered hair.
I
It's
hope.
fine.
I just like the fact I still have some hair. That's gotta keep it while I last. I want to keep the gray because now like at work people think I'm young anyway. So like the gray hair helps be like I know what I'm doing. You can trust me with insurance. It's okay.
I am
So,
old.
yeah,
All
basically.
right, the insurance. Look at this gray hair. I am insurance.
I've been doing this for years. You're gonna be safe with me.
I am 60 years old. You don't know me?
Yeah.
I insurance. That's what he goes with.
Yeah. So next week we'll hopefully maybe have a live stream, new video this weekend. Either I was hoping for Saturday, but tonight I didn't get as much done on it because I'm gonna release it as part of it's gonna go up on Amino, and then a longer version of it's going up on our channel. So it'll be pretty cool. Other than that, I don't know.
The picture of Bat Boy has always freaked me out, and it's like in my brain. It's like that's all I can see right now because you were talking about it, and don't like that.
There's gonna be plenty of pictures on him.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
This open mouth.
The way I'd wanted to film that video was us talking like the Annabelle video, like me talking from the
You and
camera,
me?
but no, just like similar to that,
just
but
you?
without you. Yeah. But then I never had a chance to film it this week, and I just narrated it. So, but it's whatever. It'll work out. So.
You can't even see my cool shirt because I got a dog. I'm short.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What shirt is it? Oh, Courage the Cowardly Dog, seeing the Ring lady.
Pretty cool. I'm just saying, Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, the original Ring movie was one of the movies we watched that summer. We watched all the scary movies. But this has gone on long enough. Gotta end it somewhere. Just rambling. Sorry it was late. I really appreciate you guys watching. Spending your Friday nights with us. New videos eventually. And
yeah, Will's watching this instead of video gaming.
I know. I haven't video gamed in a long time. That's something I need to do too. But
till next time.
Stay strange. It's not over.